Welcome to the automation demo of the business model representation. As part of today's demo, I am going to show how to do data pipeline versioning. I will use the blue/green deployment methodology. The new version of data flow will be run alongside the old version. The old version can be removed or the new version can be rolled back. There are many ways to start the automation of model visualization or data integration. Someone starts with infrastructure or tooling or starts writing code immediately. But I am going to use a data modeling approach, and data modeling is the first-class citizen to this automation process. Within different layers of the process, it has different data models. The source model is just one-to-one from any source system. It can be XML, JSON, CSV, table, or anything else. The raw model is optional and it is the input model of the data contract. The source and raw model can be typeless and it is a private model inside processing. No one should access it, but only the data contract. The data contract is the explicit task between the producer and consumer. The output of the data contract is a refined model. The refined model is type-based and it contains only valid data based on the data contracts. Finally, optional target model can be a semantic BI model, knowledge graph, or anything else. Only technical transformation will happen between the refined and target model. For technical setup, I am using JSON as input source, the Confluent platform for data pipeline, data ingestion, and processing. Next, I am using Kolle to build end-to-end data pipeline without writing any single line of code. Using Kolle, I will visualize various data models, data profiling, build data contracts between producer and consumer, and generate connectors to pull and push data. Kolle is a low-code data pipeline compiler that can produce streaming code based on data models. Details of Kolle is the out of scope for today's session. Let's start to review different software component. Here we can see the Confluent topic is empty, and in the KSQLDB streaming process there is no streams and tables, and the streaming flow is also empty. Kolle provides two types of login. One-time sign-in is the in-memory version. After logout, all will be deleted. Another option is a single sign-on to store metadata or model permanently. After login, on the left side, I can see different functionality like repository namespace name, etc. Now I am interested to see source model visualization. So I am clicking the import button. After importing person.json file, it shows the person model diagram. It shows different attributes within the model. Some are struct type and some are string or integer type. I could like to convert semi-structure model to flatten model. So I am selecting a person model for flatten operation. After applying flatten, I can see flatten model visualization. Next step, I am opening data contract UI to build a refined model for data consumption. After opening, we see it maps by default all fields from raw to refined model. On the left side, I can see the new schema name person refined. In the middle, I can see different attribute names person's party. As the refined model is one-to-one of my raw models, so I am not changing here. After pressing OK, I can see the new refined model. I need to deploy a refined model to platform, so I am clicking the deploy button. After deployment, I can see the data pipeline is generated in the Kafka streaming flow. I can also see topics and schema generated for data flow. The topic name is the combination of the repository name, namespace name, and model name. Creating a new flow means renaming the namespace name. For pipeline versioning, I am going back to the Kolle application. I am clicking Save as a namespace. Namespace is the same as the package for different programming languages. I can see the current namespace name is the user, so I am giving a new name user_v1. After pressing the OK button, my model is now part of the new namespace. I am considering there are no changes in my data flow at one-to-one of my old flows. Next step, I am going to deploy it. When I open Confluent UI, I can see two pipelines are running parallel. One is user and the new one is user_v1. Now I would like to remove the old flow from the system, so I am opening the user namespace. There are two options for it. I can remove flow with data or without data. But for now, I am selecting remove flow with data, so it will remove topics, stream, and schema. I can see the old flow is deleted from platform. It also deletes topics. As a next step, I would like to roll back my new flow. So I am creating another namespace named user_v2. I am going to deploy it the same as before. Two versions of my data pipeline are running. For rollback, it is just simple. I need to undeploy data flow. I can see v2 person is deleted from the platform. When I open the persistence query window, I can see the different types of persistence query is running for v2.